that you mentioned Judas Iscariot, I'd like to reflect on that band a little bit. Correct me if I'm wrong, but back in the mid-90s, the band wasn't really regarded as high as today. I'm not saying that people didn't really care about what Andy was doing, but you were one of the few that support him at the time. So I'm interested to listen to you talking about your opinion about the albums that he released through Moribund and his his general approach to this type of music.
Yes, most certainly, and I have some pretty interesting and inside stories I could even tell you about that one. So, when we first signed Judas Iscariot, there was probably, besides me, Pat from Redstream, and Rob from Elegy, 5 other people on the face of planet Earth that liked that band. Everyone else thought he was a joke. We released the first album, and here's a great story of the response we got. At the time, our Italian distributor, Nosferatu, long out of business, I woke up the next morning to a 14-page fax on my fax machine. The first 13 pages, each page just had ha ha, ha ha, 4 times real big. So there were 13 pages of ha, comma, ha, comma, ha, 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 ha. And the final 14th page said Judas Iscariot. So basically, the guy got his promo CD, listened to it, and sent me a 14-page fax, wasting his time, my time, and, money. Faxing was expensive back then. Just to go, ha, 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 this band is a piece of shit and sucks. That's one of many stories like that where I had distributors who refused to stock the records, etc., etc. Only to, a year and a half later, when we put out a second record, we had blown that band up so big that he was getting offers from big labels. And another interesting story, I won't mention any label names, but 2 specific labels, one out of Italy and one out of Germany, both sent him contracts. He wiped his ass with the contracts and mailed them back to the labels covered in his shit. And that's just an example of what a true motherfucker Akhenaten of Judas Iscariot is. Now, working with him in those early days was awesome and incredible. He was one, like me and a handful of us, that were inspired by the scene, by the ethics, and not just inspired by it musically, but intellectually and philosophically. We were reading very heady novels by people like Anton LaVey, Nietzsche, William Blake, Baudelaire, Dante, on and on and on. And these things helped us grow as human beings, expand our knowledge base, and also furthered us down the paths of nihilism and Satanism. That said, I will end the topic here on Judas Iscariot by saying that to this day, where are we? 30 years on into the modern era of black metal, that Judas Iscariot, and specifically Akhenaten, stands alone as the one band who never